Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another episode. And on this one, we're working on uh, doing a lot of electrical receptacles and whatnot, hooking those up. So, not the funnest stuff to watch, but we'll just show you what I did. And here, it's kind of the busiest one I've worked on because this is near the front door. And so, we have a lot of connections here that I'll explain here in a minute. But yeah, it's been a while since I worked on electrical, since maybe last fall. So, I was kind of a little rusty. So, we'll show you how I kind of messed up here. Although if I turn the breaker on, it'd be just fine. Everything works great, but we're kind of missing something there. But we'll explain that here in a second. Good stuff. Okay, after connecting all the wires to themselves before I put switches in here, I took it all apart and we put all the switches on here. And this is probably the busiest light switch box that I've ever worked on because we have 4 switches, but we also have just one power in and then a power that goes up here over to the light switch for the bedroom in the middle there. So I just had to connect it to the main power source coming in here. And then we also have the power connecting to the wire that runs to the outside receptacle, and then just 2 receptacles here. So just some more connections and wires that we had to hook up in here. I didn't show you me doing all that because I'm not an electrician, and so I don't want anybody following my direction, but I think everything will be golden. Hopefully we'll find out. I'm going to put all these switches in there just to make sure it all fits, screw them in there. But when I go to power this on at some point after I get my lights up and all that good stuff, I'll take these out, powered up, test them all. All right, there it is, temporarily installed. Obviously, when I do the drywall finishing, we'll get this all filled in and whatnot. But yeah, this one here is a little cockeyed this way because when I first pushed it in, there was too much wiring here, so it kind of bent it. So I might switch this one out when I finish this all up for real, or just leave it like that. It's not a huge deal. But this one is for the outdoor lights, where there's one right out here in front of the door, and then I have 2 in the front of the house. So this one switch works for both of those. This one here is going to be the hall light up in here somewhere, and then this one is for the living room section, and then the last one is for the kitchen section, so it divides pretty much right above there. And yeah, so these 2 are dimmer switches, so we can adjust the mood in here. So anyway, hopefully everything's copacetic in there and it'll work out. All right, now that we got the inside receptacle switches all hooked up, figured it's now time to start working on the porch light and the outdoor receptacle there. Did help that we finally had a break in the rain there, so we could do some work on the outside, but now working on the outdoor receptacle. And one thing I know, when you have dogs that are in need of constant attention and you're used to giving it to them, lovingly do it, happily do it, whatnot, they will take advantage of it, even if you're trying to work. They don't care. So anyway, once Callie got her fill for now, she let me go back to work. Just got to finish hooking up this outdoor plug, which was nice to have done, so I don't have to keep opening the door or window to feed an extension cord out when I want to do some work on the outside. So that was awesome. But anyway, we'll give you a little explanation of all that. All right, there we go. We got our little outdoor door light up here, just roughed in for now. I'm gonna caulk around it and maybe get, instead of these little bolts right there, put some decorative round ones that, so it doesn't look like that, or just paint them black or something. And then we got our outdoor utility box here for an outlet, receptacle box, sorry. And got a weather resistant plug in there, ground fault interrupt. So all codish. So they're not pretty, but that's how you have to have them. So anyway, we'll get those powered up one of these days. All right, so now we're just working on indoor plugins, receptacles, and whatnot. And this one here is over by, it's the hallway by the laundry room to the master bathroom, coming towards the corner of the bump out. And then actually this is the in just around the corner of that inside the bump out. So it's the receptacle that comes in there. And this one was a little more complicated. Most, inline receptacles, because I have to feed in a little pigtail to do some powering up to the light switch just above it, so that the lights in the bump out can work out. And you can kind of see me twisting that little pigtail sticking out there on the right. And yeah, so it was fun working on those. And I decided to use twist ties instead of those little like Wago nuts, the ones you just stick the wires in and you don't have to twist anything. But I think the wire twists are a little bit more secure. But now we're over here in the kitchen, and these are GFCI outlets. It's kind of funny. I just couldn't see in the box very well, so I put this little flashlight on it, and it makes it look like the room is super dark, but it's really, I don't know, something about the lens just like, I don't know, focuses on just on that color, because you can see when I move away, sometimes it brightens up. It's kind of weird because it always looked like this. But anyway, so this one here is actually coming into my back bedroom, master bedroom, and I'm just hooking up the thermostat for the supplemental in-wall heater there. So it's nice to get that in. Actually, it's not running yet, but we've only had one cold snap this winter, and so I've been fine with just my mini split. All right, we're coming up here to the front bathroom, and I just wired up the light switch for in here. Decided to put it on the outer wall before you go inside. Anyway, so we have two other boxes in the bathroom itself, and we have some wires out here. This is the power in, and then you have to connect into a wire that will just feed the outlet that's going to be here for the vanity. And then there'll be two switches in here. One's going to be, this is for a vanity light, and then one for a fan. So a fan switch and a light switch for the vanity. So we'll have, the main power light that's going to be up there somewhere, and then an auxiliary light above the medicine cabinet here, vanity light. So we'll hook these up. All right, so we're on the back end, back wall of the kitchen there, where I just took the temporary wire out of here. It was just kind of hanging up, coming through, going in this hole. And now we're going to put the permanent wire in. Here's the power in. We're going to throw that through the box. This one goes to the outlet in the laundry room. And then this one goes, I believe, to just the outlet for the light switch that goes over the kitchen sink for just that singular light. I don't think it runs anything else other than that light, no other outlets. But so we're going to put these three into this junction box, and we'll go back on the outside and wire those in. All right, so now we're just moving the refrigerator out of the way, and that one was a live circuit, until I took the breaker out. It was just temporary, so now we're going to hook up the permanent one, which also incorporated a couple other outlets, and you can see I'm pigtailing this GFCI. And actually, I pigtailed all my GFCIs because if they're all on just one, then if one trips, you don't know which one it is until you test them all. But if they're pigtailed, if one goes out, you're going to know it. But we got that all done, and thumbs up of approval. Nice to have the fridge still working. And then it's also nicer to be able to finally start getting rid of some of these string lights. But we still have some around the other parts of the house, but it's nice to have the main room all done. And we're putting this light here that I got out of a house that was being demolished over the kitchen sink. And it's a nice vintage retro light that I think is pretty cool. And then we're working on the master bathroom medicine cabinet here. And this is just going to be a temporary install until we get the drywall done. But we'll explain that there in a minute. But we're just getting it all leveled up here with my Goo laser level that they gave me to test out. And I think it's a pretty cool thing. So yeah, if you need one, link in the description. But we'll just talk about what's going on. All right, so there's a semi-permanent mounting of the medicine cabinet. Only semi-permanent because we still have to tape all the drywall and do all the mudding, which is a big job, and we probably won't get to that anytime soon, especially in this bathroom. But I just wanted to have this done so I could put all my medicine cabinet goods away, since they've just been living in boxes and drawers. So it's nice to have it one more step closer to feeling like a home. And faucet's not hooked up yet because we still have to do the vent pipe through the roof, and we're not going to do any of those holes in the roof until spring at least, until it warms up, stops raining so much. So for now, just sitting here, but we've been working on electrical like I've shown you. So I did these, you know, outlet, vanity light, switch, no vanity yet. Hopefully we'll find one soon. Exhaust fan, I do have the fan, but we haven't put that in yet either, obviously. And the main light. And it would have been nice if this was flush mounted so it wouldn't have this exposed. But see, the walls are not very thick, so it's just sitting there, which is fine because we're going to do bamboo flooring as the countertop. And we'll just put some bamboo pieces over here to match it up and make it look nicer. But yeah, so we've had a warmer than normal winter, so it has helped me get out of my winter hibernation sooner than usual. And we're coming off February, so we'll just keep on keeping on. And I think it does help, obviously, that this is a lot of indoor projects I've been working on, and this year the house has been a lot warmer because more insulation and better heating, so that helps to keep me motivated to keep working. But anyway, just thought I'd show you guys what I've been up to the last few weeks, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, y'all.